Let's go. Let's have some cute anime SCP. 030303. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. So for those who aren't aware, Lobotomy Corporation is a management sim / visual novel where you basically play as the manager of, essentially, not SCP. It's basically SCP, but without being SCP. Do you remember any of them from your playthrough? I remember some of the early ones, but that's about it. I think I know this one, because I think it's always the same first one. I need Lost Valkyrie to voice this for me, Shogun. Can you go get it for me, please? I'll wait. Should say to laugh. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace, so please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. I honestly quite like my name. How do you feel about yours? I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I am one of the best to exist in this age. There's also a kind of a very weird Evangelion nerve style thing going on as well. I haven't played enough to know what's happening, but I know that something weird is going on. I know what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI, am I wrong? However, there is a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. I may be able to operate the systems of this corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. Now, in regards to my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of the morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. Ah, don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. That was a joke. My appearance is designed with attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. If the way I look is pleasing to your eye, then I am working as intended. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. Well, technically, you can't multitask any more than I do. I'm the best in a majority of work fields. I'm able to handle the work of several dozen people at once. I'm certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It's just a shame. Well, enough with the introductions. Is there anything that you would like to know? Could you inform me about the company? That's not a bad thing to ask about. Let me put it this way. Your world is constantly growing, and the demand for energy is exponentially increasing as technologies advance. All conventional energy sources combined could not sustain the world further. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon mysterious beings whom we dubbed abnormalities. Then, we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. Hey, Sky. Hydration. To isolate them in a controlled environment and to harvest energy from them. Our corporation became one of the wings of the world with this discovery that benefits humanity in two ways. Once you are fully placed into the role as the manager, you will be able to access all current information on the abnormalities from the encyclopedia. It is very important that you know and understand these beings well to be successful in your position. For now, the encyclopedia's pages lay blank, but it will be filled out little by little. Don't concern yourself too much with it. It is the task of your subordinates to pen it. You have joined the company in an opportune moment, by the way. Lobotomy Corporation is always looking for ways to improve its harvesting process. Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there was a new update to the system right before you arrived. That means the working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. Think of it as a small welcoming gift. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you. Hang on, did I miss something? Is there a log somewhere? No, okay. Oh, pardon my manners, manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. I should introduce her to you. Our facility is a huge one, and even I would have trouble managing it on my own, so someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebrum, they would be the cerebellum. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all the AIs. Well then, shall we greet her now? Hey, Ghost Eye. Been a while. How you doing? Can you hear rushed footsteps from behind? Manager! I arrived just on time, right? The time is only about 1 minute late. Well, I guess it still counts as on time. Congratulations on joining the Lobotomy Corporation, Manager. I do not want to disturb this touching moment, Malkuth, but every second counts as Lobotomy Corp. Please make your introduction as brief as possible and go prepare for the meeting. Hey, Victor. It seems Miss Allinger isn't in a good mood today. But hey, at least the others I've brought are looking forward to meeting you. Well, maybe. Not all of them. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Malkuth. I'm in charge of the control team. Since we're the control team, we have a great deal of responsibility. I'll try my best to help you by improving the basic functions of this facility manager. I'm sure you're a bit nervous right now. It takes a bit of time to get used to the things around here. I know from experience. But don't worry, I'll be sure to help you. I am, not exactly the best at everything. I used to be a problem sufferer, you know. I would sew buttons onto the shirt in the wrong direction, or add salt instead of sugar to food. But still, you can do it, just like I managed to. I'm sure you will succeed, Manager. I'll give you an easy task since it's your first day here. I wish you the best of luck. I don't. You done? Okay. Life has been pretty hectic. Hell, yes, it has been. This doesn't look creepy at all. I can't take it anymore, Manager. You're in there, right? I have to get out of here. Please, I know you're capable of it. You're the manager. You're not the same as the rest of us. You can do anything. Why do you want to quit? Don't you like working here in the control team? Every day here is a delight for me. It's so horrible, I can't take it anymore. I'll go insane. Nothing here is normal. Do you really think that you can't handle it? Please, I don't want to be here. Let me out of here, please. Manager, even though you're on the head of this facility, that employee belongs to my department. So I believe I can take care of this. Let me handle this, please. Sure, have fun. Kill them. Thanks for acknowledging my position. Please don't be alarmed. These kinds of things happen quite often. Alright, it must be the first time you've seen something like this. Usually Miss Angela or I handle this kind of stuff. Okay. Get to the point of the locket, where it's the honey, and the honey is kind of hard to talk around. Just a tiny hiccup, nothing for you to worry about. There's no voices, but there's definitely music. We're just playing. It's just a tiny hiccup. Nothing for you to worry about. No, please, Manager, please! Manager, please make sure to remember that your primary goal is harvesting energy from the abnormalities. In order to harvest energy, you need to work on them. It is the most basic yet important task we have here at the corporation. Please don't let me down. I know you can do it. Goal: complete 3 work processes with the abnormalities. Can you hear my voice, Morthen? Because if you're hearing my voice, you should be able to hear everything, because it's not as if there's no separate sound channel. Everything's going through the same sound channel. I might put the volume up a bit, if that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, let's open the control team. Hello, Manager. Each day you will need to expand to one department. Are you ready to open up the control department and begin managing abnormalities? Well, I haven't got a choice, have I, Malkuth? Memory repository imprinted. Basically, checkpoint. Right, let's start hiring some people, shall we? We have one person here, Ryuki. This will get the first big problem, as that it costs lob points, which is your resource, to change somebody's name. Unfortunately, costs a point. Unfortunately, which is a real bum in the game. It is a real bum that many people actually costs stuff. So for the time being, I think we might be without names, just because I need more people than I need names at the moment. I'm going to hire 2 people that are nameless. It's going to cost me 1 lob to hire them anyway, so I'll hire 2 more people. And you can just pretend it's you. You do it in the game. You do it every day in the game. You earn them every day, but they're not plentiful. That's the problem. They're not plentiful. And it's one of my greatest gripes with this game, from a streaming perspective, is that it costs resources to name somebody. Like, to boost their stats, sure, whatever, that's fine. But to change their name costs money is so stupid. Alright, anyway. We have our control team with 3 employees. Ryuki, Lim, and Javier. Names have power. That's possibly the reason why, then. Anyway, and we have 1 unknown abnormality to deal with. Again. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. We have ourselves... this is the control department. We have our 3 main people. We have Lim, a plucky newbie. We have Ryuki, a cheery newbie, and Javier... Oh, Xavier, I suppose. Javier would be with a J. Xavier, a stuffy newbie. And this is our first abnormality. It's essentially a skull with a crown of thorns and a cross in it. So it's time for us to work on it. So, you work on it by, basically, you click on it. Basically, every time this timer completes, they regenerate. People are in this room who regenerate whenever that ticks over. But let's go ahead and go wham. I can't remember, so let's learn. I think it's insight. Basically, you click on an abnormality, you click on how you want to deal with them, instinct, insight, attachment, or repression, then you pick someone to you do it, and they all have different stats. Actually, they all have different stats, 1 second. So Stuffy Newbie has 20 prudence, 17, 20, 15, 15, 17 there. You got... Okay, so Stuffy has higher prudence. Cheery has higher justice. And Plucky has higher temperance down there. Every stat deals with specific stuff as well. So increasing fortitude increases your magic XP, increasing prudence increases your max SP, temperance increases your work success and your work speed, and justice increases your attack speed and your move speed. And everything revolves around these 4 colors: red, white, black, and blue. Damage types come in red, white, black, and blue, etc. So we have red standard riot sticks of tier Zayn, which do red damage 4 to 6 times, and they have standard uniform of Zayn tier, which is like a rarity. And they does not resist red, does not resist white, however is weak, takes 1.5 times black damage, and 1.5 times, 2 times pale damage. Looks like there's a mod available next that makes modifying chart. Okay, that might be cool, because I don't know, if names have power, I don't know what that means with power yet. I would rather have that done. Okay, I might look into that for next time. If there is a next time. Aha! Anyway, select work. Let us say... I think it's an insight, but we're going to go anyway. So, who's actually super good? No one has bonuses to fortitude, so... Ryuki, punch it. Yeah, put it on the Discord, Wolf, please. I'll see if I can grab it. I'll see if I can grab it afterwards. Is Lobotomy on Vortex? Here we go. Pause. So... Ryuki's currently calm. Ryuki is understandably terrified of entering the containment unit. And Ryuki begins their instinct work process with 0303. That's kind of tiny, I'm not sure if you can read that. Cheers, Wolf. You can see here, so this is basically how much energy we're getting. Yeah, so we're producing PE boxes, which is the energy we need to give away. This is what we're doing here. These things, as far as I know, are just like, they just appear up and it's like, that's just progress stuff. That just changes, but essentially, Ryuki's in there using fortitude and instinct to basically try to extract energy from this thing. And we're currently doing it, not too badly. We're getting 5, 6. Oop. bad. We want more good than bad. Every interaction can either go badly or well. So we want more good than bad, definitely. Only those who deceive themselves can truly live happy lives. Can live truly happy lives. Ignorance is bliss. And that went neutrally. That didn't go particularly well or particularly badly. That went neutrally, though. However, we got 7 PE boxes out of this, which I believe I can use here in the details to unlock information about the about this thing. So what I usually go first of all, I tend to go for managerial guidelines first, because these are the ones who basically tell you any dangers you have to worry about. And then these ones tell you how effective each individual work type is. This will give you basic info, and this will give you like what happens if it escapes. Because they can escape, because of course they can. So we'll start off with managerial guidelines 1. 030303. So 0303 will restore the employee's mental state when the work result is good. Daniel, who received this benediction, commented that it felt refreshing. So whenever we have a good work result, like that little face is a smiley face, they will get restored their mental state, which is good. We have 3 left over. Let's send the next person in. Let's send in someone to do insight. Who's got the good insight? Javier has the good insight, so let's go there. You go see what happens there. And you also have like random people here. They're just basically like, these are like my agents. These are just people who just work here, right? Same thing. Javier. Technically terrified. Okay, hang on. We've had 1 negative, but we're kind of progressing here. 2, 3. I can't speed up yet, can I? No, I don't think I've unlocked speeding up yet. Oh. It's not possible just to once forgive an act of evil, as long as the intentions behind it were pure. And that was still negative. As of this moment, you have accumulated exactly half the energy needed. Well, to be technical, there is no such thing as exactly half of energy. Energy is formless. The phrase exactly half of the energy is a contradictory statement, completely without reason. In other words, switch off Angela. We're on 910. Okay, if we're on 10, we can go for Managerial Guidelines 2. After the maximum number of PE boxes was produced with 0303, it restored the mental health of every employee in the department. Turns out, of course, that 0303 is, because it's the very first one you ever get, it's genuinely good. Although, were we given a hat? Abnormalities can give us, like, gifts, and there's a 5% probability chance that we'll get a gift, which is gives us the Penitent's Hat, which increases SP by 2 and increases success rate by 10% for this abnormality. Do you have a hat? No, we don't. And we can also discover these things. We can go click here, there. There we go. Aha, there you go. Attachment works best. You want high. You want high stuff. These are your levels. Like, people have levels and stats. They're currently all level 1 and everything. So we definitely want attachment. Who's got high attachment? I forgot. Is it Lim who's got high attachment? Or who's got high justice? Lim has high attachment, so you go there. So Lim, please. Become attached to this thing, please. And that should give us enough to win out anyway. 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds can see straight through you. This should go better. Or we just jam along to the music. Positive? Positive, hooray! I think I have an eye for people. We have succeeded in collecting the full amount of energy. You can now take a break. So you can carry on, or we can get just call the workday complete. Might as well call it complete. There's not much else to do here. But yeah, we've got the energy we need. Workday complete. Actually, let's unlock the rest here. I'm going to not do that because because we've got 8 here. Might as well do this. Bam. So abnormality, basic information. 1 sin, hundreds of good deeds is the name of this abnormality. This one's called 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. It does damage to the target as it works. White damage. White damage attacks sanity. Red damage attacks health. Black damage attacks both, and pale damage, I forget what it does. But there you go. You see the outcome ranges. So if we get between 7 and 8, it's good. If we get between 0 and 3, it's bad. And we also know that we can get clothes of this thing. We can get uniforms. You can use P boxes to manufacture suits, uniforms that have, for example, they are slightly resistant to red, white, and black. That's not bad, actually. And then once we get the last one, we'll unlock, I think... Oh, once we get this one or that one, we'll unlock level 3, which means you can get its weapon as well. Right, anyway. Complete the workday, let's carry on. We have 3 people alive. Some people... see, your Ryuki increased 17. Lim increased temperance, and his increased prudence. Okie dokie. And I think that's 3 limb points, or whatever it is. Anyway, next daytime. Pale damages percentage-based max HP. Yeah, it's something like that. I know it's something weird like that. It's not. Now we have a choice, and whenever there's a choice, I will ask chat for the choice, but you're not supposed to tell me what the choice is. Like, if you know what these are, because these numbers are fakes. Just by looking at the number, we know it is possible to find out what they are. So don't tell me what they are. I don't want to know. But you get to pick. So he gets F0483, which is everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. F0244, however the curse continues eternally, never broken. Or O0256. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins knowing it's wrong? Yeah, quick, do a poll. In the meantime, I'll probably be writing stuff down because it's useful to know. We have O0303. Put it in the poll. Put them in the polls. Yep. Nah, it's 2 minutes is fine. I don't want this to drag on for too long. We want to keep moving. Looking like. Okay. Almost done there. Sorry, I got distracted because people mentioned the Star Sector Discord. Like I use a drink. Yeah. I definitely need that. Looks like we're getting F04 83. Unless something changes. F04. This is the rapid change in the next few seconds. Whiskey already? No, God no. Okay, F043 it is. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder, the one whom we refer to as A. Tell me, if you had to choose one, what part of the motto do you prefer? Face the fear. We are the first humans on this world to discover abnormalities. Of course, with the exclusion of myself, as I did not exactly belong to humanity. How should I put it? I'm Ray. We are pioneering an entirely new world in a brand new field of study. The discoveries we have made thus far are merely the tip of the iceberg. Abnormalities have been among us since the beginning. However, we have only just found their essence, their strange nature, after the second impact. We confronted them for the first time. We faced fear itself. They were fundamentally an incarnation of fear. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? Usually I'm in charge of the security of your office. However, it seems that I failed to pay close enough attention to the Sephira meeting room. I heard that a control team employee has resigned from the corporation. Good job. You do know what it means to resign here in the company, don't you? I'll take that as a no. I do sometimes miscalculate what information I should deliver to you and what I shouldn't. Some aspects of our company that I considered natural and obvious may come as quite a shock to you. We have a variety of roles here. It's like a well-structured play. Every actor has a role and they must be faithful to their part without any error, synergizing with each other. Now, imagine that one of the actors decides to leave the stage because they didn't like their role. The actor should have played their predetermined part at the predetermined timing before making their exit stage left. But to leave the stage without fulfilling their part means that the life, role, and its actor are finished. That is what we mean when we say someone resigns. Great job, manager. You did exactly what I asked of you. I knew you could do it. You'll never guess how much I rooted for you back there. As for me, the day went alright. We covered a joint emergency protocol drill for my team. Not a single dropout or injury. Everyone did a good job. Not to say it was perfect, although... By the way, manager, have you seen something creepier than the abnormalities? Those entities that wander the facility unable to be contained, and sometimes they manifest themselves in the corridors? The drills do no good when you encounter them. We don't have enough data on them. We always have to stay alert. No matter how meticulous our plan is, we can't control the unknown. Sometimes, when you encounter them, you get a strange feeling. Not like fear or anything. Some other sensation. What they do, they killed him, Victor. You don't resign from this place. He is quite dead. Strange, isn't it? I feel nauseous. Like something within me is palpitating out of control. It feels like I'm no longer myself. How could I describe it? Like something's wriggling inside of me. Little by little. Yay! Your job isn't just to keep the abnormalities controlled. You need to make sure they're happy, so they'll produce as many PE boxes as they can. Please work hard on this. Everything else should be secondary to that objective. Complete 4 work processes with a good result. Now, if you... Day 2. We have to expand the control team. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? Yes, I would. Ow. You thought this would be cute? No, this game is kind of up there with Doki Doki Literature Club and things of that ilk. Right, so you get to pick one research proposal. So we can either, you know what, that T2 enemy protocol. So we can either gain speed acceleration, move agents around, or recall agents to their home department's main room. I might start off with T2 because I want to get things to go faster and speed things up. Hi, manager. Would you like to research this project? Yes, I would. Right. Space for one more. We have 3 lob points. Okay. Right. I'm not going to be spending a lot of stuff on points here because that costs way too much. We're going to go ahead and just name people here. Okay, Ray is just a standard name. What have we seen here? What are we grabbing? Who are we going to put in first? First sub in chat to say something gets it. First sub in chat to say a word gets this. Who wants to be Ray? Hey, Rambo. Not very far at all, Robarbaslav. Stick. Like, unless I specifically ask for it, do not tell me a thing. Wolf of Mibu. Well, there you go. First sub in chat said something. It's Wolf. There you go. Right. Ow. Let's go straight back in again. I got one more love point left, but screw it. Right. Right, so we have day 2. We have our second Sport level redacted is, yep, pretty much. I have played a little bit, and I've seen Shogun play some of it, so I know a bit, but I forget what I know, if you know what I mean. I don't remember what I know, so if I go, oh yeah, that's this, okay, cool, that's fine, but until I do that, leave it blank. I'm an employee! I'm an employee, ah, nuts. Well, you know, you can always resign, Wolf, it's fine. No spoilers. I trust Rabarbaslavs. I trust Rabarbaslavs. Right, we have an honest newbie, a creepy newbie, a plucky newbie. You're very honest, newbie, Wolf. What is your bonus stat? Wow, you started with bonuses everywhere, haven't you? Other people have to work hard to get where you are now, Wolf. You just came in here with higher stats in general. Right, so we have. Let's get you working in here. Just you, isn't it? You who's running temperance right now? Everyone needs temperance though. Fine. Ryuki, work on temperance. And here we'll start working on this four-armed fairy. Lim, go say hi. For a split second there, I forgot people got smaller when they left the room, and I was like, oh my god! Wolf is a giant! No, wait, no, they get smaller when they leave the room. It's fine, it's normal. E, there you go. Right, so we know this is going to work, pretty much, so I'm just going to keep an eye over here. How is physical working out? Physical's not going well. Most of the employees do not know the true meaning of the fairy's care. Oh yeah, this is not going well at all. Are you gonna die? No, but you are definitely cursed with something. You are being followed by fairies. And I have no idea what the case. Find out. I need observation level 1. Let's start with managerial guidelines. When the work result is normal or good, small fairies appear around the employee. Okay, that's gonna happen always. But what does that mean in the long run? You back yet? No. Really? Only good? I have seen you before, I just can't remember what your gimmick is, so we're gonna learn. That did not go well, so let's carry on next. Javier, go over there. Wolf, go get your temperance up. Your attachment up. Because that works regardless, right? Yeah, that works no matter what. We've got 6 left over. Repression work list. I forgot to buy clothes. I can't buy clothes, I gotta make them first. Oh yeah. Cliff off meltdowns. You're literally there already, come on. Okay, that's not going well at all. That's also not going well for you. That went very badly for you. The small fairies will heal the... Okay, the fairies are a good thing. Okay, fairies will heal HP over time. That's nice. You need to send someone down there, though. As quickly as possible. Lim, you're gonna go down there. Make him attached to those, please. Javier needs to heal up, so Javier's going to stay in the base. Lim, go get attached to that. Oh, you worked well. Good. So you've done that. Escape information doesn't escape. One sin is just very, very friendly. One sin will never go away. There's never a bad thing that happens with one sin. One sin is your buddy. Now we can start building up uniforms. And basically using one sin to boost temperance up. Right, get over there, please. If I remember correctly, once the Kliloff meltdown happens, it targets one thing, and you basically have to get in there as quickly as possible. If Lim can show they are competent, then they may be able to draw FO483's extension. Get at least 3, please. At least 3. Wow, really? I've got to repress you? Are you kidding me? How's you doing, Xavier? You got back to full health yet? Can't quite tell. Yeah, go over there. Okay, you're healing up a bit. But what? Okay, last managerial guideline we've got. If an employee under the fairy's care is assigned to a different containment unit, they will immediately die and be consumed by the fairies. Okay, so when they are under control, when they are covered in fairies, do not send them anywhere else while the fairies are on them, or they will die. One sin is the only friend you have. Yeah, pretty much. One sin is the only friend you'll ever have. Amount of effect. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So again, common, common, low. Well, you're being healed up. We're almost done anyway, but I want to get. I need to get several goods. I need to get 4 good, right? So we want to get 4 goods out of this. Which was the best we've had so far? I can't know what was best. Lim, go say hi over there. I assume that only applies while the fairies are on them, right? Okay. Again, we're just essentially collecting PE boxes to make uniforms here. You have enough energy? We can stop now. If I were able to at this moment, I would high-five you. We're not going to do that yet because I need more goods to finish off the thing. So we're going to make some uniform. We can make weapons as well, but I'll make some uniforms, I think. And how are we doing here? Oh my god, you got a good one. Heavens to Murgatroyd. That worked out well for us. Okay. Really? Instinct worked badly for us, but you want to be punched. You want to be punched. It's not punched, it's instinct, but it uses the physical thing, so I'm assuming it's punching. Okay. How odd. Intriguing. What about you? No one's covered in fairies yet. So Wolf, go over there, and who's gonna go punchy punchy? Ryuki, go punchy punchy. Punchy punchy, Ryuki, punchy punchy. Oh. Get that fairy and really show it some love. Meltdown level 2. You're in the middle of... Oh. Fine. Second that's done, we'll deal with it. Although, I don't think technically this timer actually passes for you, do you? Good. You have 8. What are you called? You're called Fairy Festival. I'm not sure why I'm writing that down, I just am. Okay, you good at you do good at the lower level, at the lower setting as well. Like, for one sin, good is 8 for you. Okay. Oh, we got stories, don't we? Here you go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wall of text. Why is there a wall of text, please? I'm not going to read this out loud. I'm not going to read this out loud because otherwise my voice will go. I might read this off camera or something because it's going to go crazy otherwise. If you want to basically track what I'm doing, then read the stuff off in like wikis or something, that's fair enough because I'm not going to read that out loud on camera, otherwise I'm going to have any voice left. Have we had 4 goods? I'm sure we have had 4 goods. I'm sure we've had 4 goods. I'm going to double check. I'm going to make sure we just have a couple more. Javier goes there, and Lynn, punch it. Does one thing have a story too? Yeah, probably. There you go. Massive, like, long story. The stories are great. A silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at all those who capture it. A giant skull attached to a cross and wears a crown of thorns, and it floats about 2 meters above the ground. Good. Basically, I think if you confess sins to it, it gets better. So like it absorbs evil, which is kind of what we want. Lim, I thought you were punching this thing. Lim, punch this thing. Wolf, go become attached to the skull. Or was that the end of that? That maybe was the end of it. Yeah, that was the end of it. My bad. I forget time is passing. This time is actually, we're not actually paused right now. Mabi. Escape information. You never escape as well. That's good to know. Okay, you're done. You're done. You can make... Okay, so you are... Alright, let's finish this. Let's finish today. I think I've got enough goods now, so fine. Let's call the day there. Alright, Semper Fi cleared. Ryuki gets more Fortitude and Temperance. Lim gets more Fortitude, Prudence, and Temperance. I haven't actually been using Ryuki that much. Xavier got some more Temperance, and so did Wolf. Good. Next daytime. Please? Can I next day, please? Please? Oh. Oh, no. I gotta click yes. Reticulating splines. Must reticulate them splines. Right. Next. O0360, F0102, and T0627. I think T means tool. I could be wrong, but I think T means tool. If I remember correctly. I don't remember what O and F mean, but I think T means tool. Yeah, quick pull. Honestly, just say 1, 2, 3 at this point. Or left, middle, left, center, right. OFT. OFT, that works. F is Fairy Tale, okay. There's a letter specifically for backer ones, isn't there? There's a letter specifically for backer abnormalities as well, I think. I did have the choice to keep backer abnormalities on or off, I wasn't sure. Oh, what does it say? Okay, that's a good point. 00360. You see a song in front of you. It's approaching, becoming more colorful by the second. FO102. I am coming to you. You who will be reduced to ash like me. And TO627. This is a recording of the day we must never forget. T is for trauma. Okay. A song in front of you. I am coming to you. Ash like me. This is a recording of the day we must never forget. The background is a round box. Ah, okay, cool, yes. Looks like we're going for the O. Looks like we're going O. Oh wait, let it finish first of all. But looks like we're going ooh. 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 Memes on my phone. That's just silly. Look, yep. Oh, 0360. This is where the management thing comes in, because every single day you must expand a department. Every single day you get one or more abnormalities to deal with. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you have worked here. This is the 3rd day. The number of 3 is a mysterious one. In age-old fables, it is common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell the protagonist to utter 3 wishes. Sadly, I am not a mage or a billionaire that can grant your wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There were many aspirations. Common among them was seeking of some kind of growth. To lead the company to prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, you name it. Each wanted to flower in a different way. Which of those would you 2 want? I wish to mature my spirit. That's probably a bad thing to say. I feel like only bad things can come from that. Only bad things. There is no good choice here. There is no good choice. Where is the... I've played games like this. Where is I want in your pants choice? That's the better choice. Capitalism, ho! Your future is determined by what you do at this moment. Currently, you work for Lobotomy Corporation. In our company, you will see things that cannot be seen, and you will feel things that cannot be felt. You shall do impossible things. May your wish be granted. AI waifu is clearly a thing that's been going on since, like, Space Wolf. You know this. If I can't have Elle, I'll have Angela instead. Perhaps you will become the best manager I have seen yet. So, you may be asking yourself if your predecessors managed to fulfill their wish. I suppose what happened to the others is not important, after all. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey, though. You finally go, oh. They died, but screw it. While you're here, I'll say hi. You bloody won't have Angel. Capitalism, ho! You did it again, and flawlessly too. I myself have a lot of work to do. If you look at my notebook, my to-do list is always so full. But I know I can get through it. I should do my best, like I always have. I know I'm slower than the others. I always have to check my list, or I'll miss something important. That's why I have this notebook with me all the time. Can't leave any mistakes, you know? I've been carrying it for so long it's almost worn out. It's been with me ever since I began working here as the Sephira of the control team. I know Lady Angela worries about me from time to time, but I've got everything under control. I feel like this is the kind of life I've been yearning for ever since a long, long time ago. Maybe even before I was capable of thinking. Feels as if I've wished for the same thing before, in some other place that wasn't the control team. Malkuth, please finish the report I requested by the end of the day. Sure thing, boss. I've got it right here on my list. I'll have it turned in by the end of the day. Well, I should get going now. It's a pleasure talking to you, Manager. The AIs here, they're all unstable. With the exception of me. Everyone here is lying except for me. It's especially bad for Malkuth. You've noticed, haven't you? I can't complain, though. It only makes it easier for me to control her. As you may know, our faculty isn't really the most stable thing. We're only able to keep the Amormasm contained thanks to the Quiloth deterrence, which we briefly adjust down just before the workday begins. But this deterrence becomes unstable as time goes on, and eventually some abnormalities may undergo a meltdown. Complete 8 work processes in containment units under Cliffoth. Cliffoth? What was the game? I was playing a game recently that the jargon of it just annoyed me to the point where I had to stop, and I can't remember what game it was. If anyone remembers, I'm not sure if it was a stream. I think it was a stream. I think it was one of the streams where I did multiple games at once, and there was one game that we were playing that was fairly normal, but every single thing they did, they had to come up with a new word for. Like, way more than this, by the way, like, with loads more than this. Because here they use, like, words that exist in different ways. But that one had, like, a new word for every single thing. Like, every thing that turned up was like, this is a something of this kind of thing that exists in this kind of world, and we do these things with this thing. There's like, everything you have is a gimmick. And that sort of ticked me off, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was one of the streams where I did like multiple games. I think I did 3 games, like trying new things out, and that one just pissed me off. Anyway, expand the team again. Checking power grid. Stimulating encephalin activity. Right, so what do we want here? We want interdepartmental work. We only have one department at the moment, so recall scattered agents to the home department's main room. We are going to go ahead and join command. We'll need it at some point. Might as well. Right. Next sub to say something gets it. Next sub to open their mouth in chat becomes Mutternell. Ow. I said sub, Mambo Rambo, unfortunately. Yeah, like a lot of the phrasing here is from Hebrew texts and stuff. Colin could say something, but Colin's gonna die. I'll have to start scrolling up then. Right, scrolling up. Colin, I'm gonna make you fall, and I'm gonna go out of my way to kill you now. Oop, got one. Right, here we go. Day 3. What do we got? Who are you? Oh, you're fun. You're a badly drawn heart spider. Well, okay, let's get started. Shogun, go over there. Wolf, go punch that thing. Ryuki, go punch that thing. And so we learn. Speed up a bit, shall we? I forgot to give people uniforms. Remind me next time at the end of the level to give people their uniforms, otherwise there's no bloody point. Right. How are we doing here? You done? Okay, you're done. Wow. Well done. That was perfect. Well done, Lim. Okay, that's not going well for you. Xavier, did not go well for you, Ryuki. That did not go well for you at all. I suppose Ryuki's mind was weaker than I evaluated. Please take care of them quickly. Ryuki, where are you? Are you... Have you... Oh, you are panicking, okay. I've only got... I'll kill you otherwise. I can't beat you down. Fine. I actually... Hang on. Let me go over there. Has broken out. Can you deal with it? You've broken out. Right. Managerial Guidelines are 4. Okay. Shogun and Wolf, move down there. It's possible you've made some sacrifices to collect half the energy, not to be in vain. Yeah. Where is Ryuki, by the way? Ryuki, where are you? Oh. Hi, Ryuki. You're dead. Go over there, because you need to stop that from ticking down. Shogun, you're dead as well. Shogun is also dead. Lim is also panicking and is dead. Wow, instant wipe, early game wipe. Nice. We're still alive. Please, Xavier, suppress. Everyone is dead. All agents are dead. But we rewind. We rewind. Okay, so don't go in there punching the damn thing. Oh, yeah, Eagle List. Here we go. Ego Suits. Here we go. Wolf. Shogun. Xavier. Lim. Good. Try that again. Punch this. Xavier. Love this. Shogun. Don't punch that thing. I didn't like getting punched. So inside it instead. Ryuki. I did not like getting punched, so that's not how that happen again. It's taking black damage. It's not liking that either. It is not liking that either. at all. Okay, that did not go well. You are in... Alright, that's why Ryuki dies. Okay. So you don't like being looked at, you don't like being instincted. Right, hang on. Go over there. Because that's gonna trigger the cliff off counter. In that square, possibly, yes. In which case you go over there, Wolf, and Xavier try to attach the damn thing. In context, Siege. No, it was Doc who was dominant last time. It's possible you've made some sacrifices, but yeah, you don't have the energy yet. Okay, so far, so... Okay, we found what you like, I think. Maybe. No? Half and half, at least. How are you doing? How are you doing? Right. Let's find out about you then. When the work result was normal, the cliff of counter lowered to the normal probability. When the work result was bad, the cliff of counter lowered to the high probability. Okay, you definitely enjoyed that more than anything else. Oh, they've escaped again. Where's Yuri? Now what do we do? You just sit here and wait for it to come? You don't care about these guys. If you come over here, we'll just punch you out over here. Right. It's sung its song of... I'm confused. I could just end the day and take the up, but I could. Oh, even a four-man didn't manage that. But we are learning. We are learning. It's also the point that we're all doing red damage, and that's probably an issue. It might be very resistant to red damage. I probably should get some other kinds of damage up as soon as possible. We're only doing red damage, and if it's super resistant to red damage, then we're probably having an issue here. Where are we? We're 9. Get more of them, please. You're on 15. Start working on because this is white damage, so start working on getting some of this up and running. Right. This has gone well for us so far. You're actually getting... okay here. Maybe. Indeed, you seem to prefer this stuff. Okay, we've seen these two. I would love to get that one as well, but I want to just check this out first. So, yeah, you like this stuff. How do you feel about that? Yeah, you do not want to be instincted at all. You never want to be instincted whatsoever. Okay. Now, someone go there and love that thing a bit. Wolf, go over there. When you go over there, you'll trigger that counter. If it happens again, we'll take the day. Jesus, fine. We'll take the day end as best as possible. Hey, Xavier, go over there. Shogun, go punch that thing. Yeah, getting one sin's weapon will also let me heal people. I assume if I beat someone about the head with a red weapon, it still kills them, right? Yeah, so I can't. Like, if I was to be able to pacify with a red weapon, it still murders them. You've got some kind of interaction, I think. I don't know what it is, but you've got some kind of interaction there. Wolf, go in there. Yeah, this is not going as well for you. Lynn, go punch that thing. You're okay? You're okay. You're okay? That's good. I'll start working on this as well, because I want to find out what the hell this does. Okay, when it says cliff off counter lowered, it doesn't mean this, does it? It means this number, right? Yeah, that's the cliff off counter. I don't know what that is yet. I need basic info to find out what that is yet, because this one doesn't have a cliff off counter, neither does that one. I don't think I can go in there again. Not today. Zane over there. Because I need to do more containments under Meltdown. So I kind of wanted... Okay, we'll do one. We'll send one over here. Attachment. Xavier, you're healing. Over there. Hopefully, one of these two will be the cliff of Meltdown. If it's that one, we'll just end the day. It's that one. Go punch it, please. Wolf, go punch that one. Yes, these don't escape. Whenever that hits 0, I think it escapes. Let's finish this off here. That'll give us, yeah, that's 2. So this will take a while. We can't do this today. It'll take us a while. I think after this is done, we'll end the workday. Load people out with white gear. Sanity gear, basically. You good? You good. I'll take the workday. Wolf gets temperance up to level 2, to tier 2. I got 6 lob points now, which is nice. Finally, we survived that day. Must learn more about that anomaly. Right. New choice. T0997. Those betrayed hearts stank into the depth, slowly forgotten in the everlasting corridors of time. 0994. Many of those who underwent operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. I think I remember this one. And 00981. The satisfaction is only temporary, though. So we have T0997. Those betrayed hearts sank into the depths. T0994. Many of those who underwent operations at the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. And T0981. The satisfaction is only temporary, though. Is there a way to make poll automatically open? Ooh, people are dying to go for the middle one, apparently. Oop, nope, the right one's pulling ahead. Oh, not pulling ahead. Right one's closing the gap. I think I remember the middle one. I think I've seen the middle one before. Like in my previous, like, very long ago playthrough. I think I saw the middle one before. Oop. If we have a draw, I'm going to go for the O because I think I've seen the T one before. If there's a draw, O wins. People really don't want the left one. They're neck and neck. As always is the case. People draw things just to get in my way. I'll let you know the tiebreak right now. The tiebreak is 00981. 00981. Do you take pride in what you do here? If not, this recent news will likely change your mind. After your arrival, the rate of energy output has increased by 13%. If you still don't feel significance of this figure, then let me add its record-breaking percentage. How do you feel? I'm not sure. Why do you say that? Is it not normal to be happy in a situation like this? For your information, I had practically run here. All just to deliver this great news to you. It's a figure of speech, of course, but I did not expect you to react like this. It would be nice if you were a bit happier. Today's a rather special day. Do you see that bottle of champagne on the table? Allow me to pour you a glass. Shall we toast? Today's occasion is not something as monumental as someone's birthday or the company's day of founding. You lost an employee for the first time yesterday. Technically yes, but also no. In fact, many more shall follow. I'm telling you this just in case you were unexpectedly shocked by the news. They had known the risks from the beginning. The company grows, fertilized by their sacrifices. Oh god. It's as simple as that. I'm sure they would have felt proud of themselves as they took their final breath. Accepting their deaths with equanimity would be the greatest respect you can pay them. That is why I popped this bottle of champagne I've kept for so long. 3 cheers for the deceased, in memoriam of their noble sacrifices. Sure, let's drink on work hours. Allow me to give you a small bit of advice. To properly drink a glass of champagne, one should gently hold the lower stem of the glass and then take it in lightly, savouring the bubbles. I don't like champagne. Perfect, just like that. I'm not a huge fan of champagne, I'll be honest. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? I haven't got a choice. I'm not a huge fan of champagne. Right. I can't really hire anyone else, but I believe I can give people buffs, right? I can give people buffs, so we're gonna improve Jesus. Thank you. Oh god. Oh yeah, hang on, before I forget. We have a couple of... Wolf, Shogun, Xavier. So Wolf and Xavier are my sanity squad. 50% chance to recover 10 SP on attack if it has 2+ justice. You wanted to drink champagne. Ah, fair. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Xavier, you look mad most of the time. And who's not? Riki hasn't got clothes on, so there you go. Cool. Everyone's kitted out. Research projects, team description. So, department functions. So, clerk benefits increases the movement speed for all agents. Continuous service benefits. We have a mission at the moment, complete 8 work processes in containment units. Well, we may be able to get a couple more done today. So I need to give you justice, but the way to boost justice is with repression. As far as I remember, not many things like repression. Well, hang on. Who's expendable? Ryuki, you're expendable. Go over there and deal with that. In the meantime, we're also going to do the same thing here. Oh, this is a tool. Is 09 the tool marker then? Okay, so Xavier. Hey, Beep! For the raid, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Maybe the back pillowcase likes repression. Hey, Beep. How's it going? Hope your stream was good. Anime SCP. Pretty much. I've had plenty of people die already. Look at the monsters I'm dealing with here. Look at the monsters I'm dealing with here. Look at that. One sin and 100 good deeds and stuff. Ah, and some kind of really kind of cute fairy with like 4 arms and some kind of black mirror thing we're gonna go have a look at. How's it going, Beep? What was that Wobo game I saw you play the other day? That looked cute. Oh yeah, the Fairy Festival is totally into pain. In fact, this platform, really cute game. It looked really nice. Hang on, so Xavier, beat the crap out of those fairies. They love it. Alright, so what are you doing? So I'm gonna pay attention to you because you're a tool, right? You don't automatically... You stay in there until I tell you to stop, right? That's how this usually works? Oh no, it's okay, it's uses. Sometimes a tool, like, is continuous until I tell it to stop. So once I use it twice, I get this stuff. And as we find out more and more and more, we'll get more and stuff, information about it. So what's actually happening to you, Lim? Okay, what do we do here? It assumes the shape of a cheval glass, but nothing's reflected on the surface. Those who face the mirror of adjustment, okay, it's called the mirror of adjustment, will have their stats randomly... Oh, Christ. What are your stats like now? I don't know. Good point. Looks nice, causes mental breakdowns. Okay, so... Lim, you've gone in there already. Wolf, go say hi. And... someone go... All and go get attached to that thing. Same people with crap stats. I think everyone's got crap stats. Yeah, I think I'm finally winning this thing. How did that work out for you? I was just waiting to look at your stats more directly. Is there a way to look at stats directly without having to do something else here? Because like, if I click like on a thing, I get their stats, but there doesn't seem to be a way to look at their like, what is your health, Ryuki? Come on. Go back to base. Anyway, so let's have a look at you. Managerial Guidelines 2. Yes, when the work result is bad. Yes, we know that much. When employee summer panics during work... Okay, so if you panic, that's what happens. Okay, so if we ever fail badly and the worker panics, the cliff-off counter goes down as well. Okay, so as long as you succeed at this, that shouldn't be relevant. And as long as we're good, that maybe shouldn't go down at all. Or it won't go down any slower than usual. Okay, let's go. Who else is going to go there? We've had 2 uses already. Okay, we've had 2 uses. So what is... single use, mirror of adjustment. Okay. Zayn tier. You need to go 4 uses to get the next bit of information about this. So who's going to have another go? Ryuki, go say hi. I want to get 10 because I want to get basic information up and running. So... yeah. You go get attached to this thing... Lim. You get the ability to see HP SP with the department upgrade that you're on. Okay, right. Does the measurement instruction for the spider thing have 4th? It had a down arrow. No, it has an up arrow. It has 3, and the 3 doesn't quite fit with how the formatting works, so it's only 3. I see your point, though. Like, that arrow doesn't have to be there, but I guess it's, like, accounting for resolutions or something. Okay, so whenever... if I remember correctly, like, tools don't affect the Cliff-Off counter because they can't escape. They're not actually alive. Not that these are alive anyway, but they're not mobile. So you going in there shouldn't change that. Yeah, okay. You looked at that mirror. Your prudence dropped considerably, but your fortitude went up a lot. I wonder if that's... Oh my god, that's... Oh my god, I've got to do that in 1 day? I've got to do that in 1 day. Holy crap. Hey, Silverlight. I can't... Okay, that has to be in 1 day, so that's going to be there for a while. Right, you go in there, we're going to trigger something. Where? There. That makes no difference, though. Surely, it's a tool. Xavier, go say hi. In which case, Shogun, Ryuki. Are you grasping against? It's all right. Like I've played a bit before, but I didn't get much. I never got much further than where we are right now. So, and I've only seen it played by other people sometimes. I don't know, because it's definitely got a counter. So, and have you used it 4 times? No, this will be the 4th time, I think. When Xavier goes in, that'll be the 4th time. You can see more about what it does. What was PE? PE is just these boxes here. PE is just potential energy or whatever the hell. Right, you're in there. Uses 4. When that... Okay. If one faces the mirror of adjustment more than once a day, all their stats will lower with each subsequent... Okay, so I've got to track who's going in there. Crap. I don't think I've sent a double in there yet. I don't think I've sent a double in there yet, so I think we're okay so far. We're at 11. Oh, I need one more. I need one more to find out what the hell you do. Basically how to stop you. We used it 4 times, so who hasn't gone in there yet? Who has not gone in there yet? I might have sent... yeah, I think I specifically didn't send Wolf or Shogun in there, because I wasn't sure, and they're kind of named, so I care more about these 2 than I do about these 3. Alright, Shogun, go look in the mirror. Probably a bad idea for you. I mean, why would you ever want to look in the mirror, but, you know, just go look in the mirror. Xavier, go have a look over there. And unfortunately, did that count as work in the Cliff-Off? It did, okay, good. Xavier's in there. I'm gonna go in there. See, Lim, go over there. Because when you go over there, you'll trigger something, and we might get lucky that if you trigger that one. No, it's that one. Okay, fine. Annoying. For that one. By the way, you can grind stats a bit after collecting it. Yeah, I know. I know it can keep going. But the problem was that last time... so your fortitude went down, but your temperance went up, I think. The last time I didn't know exactly what to do. Go back home. You're done. Good, give me that. Yeah, you do black damage. And if you get fragments from somewhere, you get success rate and work speed. So that's, you do want the ego gifts of this. All I need now is these 2 and escape info. Innocent Child's Doodles. Originally had no stable form. Its shape. So what's it called? It's called the Fragment of the Universe. Okay. Like I said, I'd read this all out, but I'd lose my voice within a day, so... Make a note of the number and then go on the wiki, you can have a look. The tentacles, which are quite different from the average tentacle for simplicity's sake, we just called them tentacles, can pierce through the barrier of humanity. Employees impaled by the tentacles will suffer semi-permanent brain damage. When the dramatic scripts continue, it will emit noises in the corridor. As the sounds it makes have what could be considered melody and syllables, we consider it singing. However, none of our staff can precisely remember it, given that most of the time they are unable to describe it due to serious brain damage. Those who are within 100 meters of the singing called it a sound unheard of in this world. Because of the descriptions, we've titled it Echoes from Beyond. It's Teth. Okay, so here we go. These are Zayn tier, which is like the lowest tier, almost harmless. Zayn is Teth is the tier above that. There are, I think, 5 different tiers. This is also Zayn. Okay, so 16, 17, 18. Oh, good. Oh, 9. You got 9. Oh, damn. Dispense on that. You got 9 points left over. Really? Repression's okay with you? Intriguing. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a pretty decent weapon. You do black damage. You do high black damage quickly at a medium range. That's a pretty good weapon. That's like, the armor isn't great other than versus black, but that's pretty good. That's a pretty good weapon. It also reminded me, if I'm wrong, like this is something I don't mind being told. Is the armor kind of reflective of the abnormality? Like, can I take this stat as roughly what the abnormality is like? Yes, it's also a tier above, which is also very official. Like, for example, is this thing weak to black because its armor is weak to black? Sorry, strong against black because its armor is strong against black. I can't remember how that works. Alright, so once that's done, it's going to start ticking down. Which means I need to send someone else in there real quick. Yeah, you're ticking down, so who's going to come and say hi? You. Technically, like I said, the problem with that is, if it's anything other than good, it's crap. So we're going to start an attachment in there. Is that the only high? The only high we have is low. Once you go above 3, it drops down to common. Usually an indicator. Yeah, I know. I wasn't meaning it was like, okay, it's exactly this, but it's like, oh, okay, so it's a mixture of both. Okay, so the work damage is kind of high as well, so you kind of want people who have high health to do this. We want 12, so actually so come out there. Ryuki, go deal with that, please. I don't think I sent Wolf in here. Wolf, go over there, please. Let me go pinch that thing. The point is, I can't send anyone more than once a day here, so I might as well send him around to have a bit of a thing. I want to find out all I can about this thing, because there are 3 tiers of stuff I don't know what it does yet, and they could have weirder stuff. They could have weirder things. Oh my god! Please, Ryuki. Oh my god, really, Ryuki? How low is your temperance? Not that low. Come on. You literally kind of have it. If you have another, okay, you know, you're going to go yellow, which means you're going to come out there painful. Right, that's the Cliff Oath counter right there. That's the Cliff Oath counter. When that reaches 0, it runs away. 32. Build those. That's 35. Build those. Okay, you're done, right? You've had 6 uses? Okay, fine. 7. I want to have one more of you. Yeah, the Cliff Oath kind of went down. Which means, do I dare do this again today? Give me that there. Let me punch it. Ryuki's currently healing. Shogun, you're down there. Why are you down there, Shogun? Go back home. What the hell? If you hover over the temperance stat, you see the boots it gets from temperance and justice. At 3%? Okay. No. Oh, hang on. You've got the, Uh-oh. Xavier, you've got the, You got the fairy one. Yeah, you got the wing beat. So you see, if, Xavier has the gift of the fairies. It's kind of not shown here, but it's a shame. But it's shown there. You got fairy wings. That's not from you. Is that from you? No. Who gives fairy wings? Oh, that's your armor. You've got the fairy's clothes on. Jesus, terrifying. Yeah, the fairy suit. Yeah, he's got the fairy suit. He's got the fairy suit. It's like, oh my god, wait. No, I can't send you anywhere else if you've got fairies on you. Right. Once you're done, I'll send someone else out because I want that to trigger it. I need it 8 times? What are they called? Am I gonna get the what are the things called? The things that happen every once in a while. Is it too early in the game to get them? Oh, no, cancel that order. What are they called? The things that happen over here. Am I too early in the game to get them? Because if it's too early in the game to get them, now is probably the time to grind that out without. Oh god. No one cares about you, Ryuki. Go over there and Wolf, go punch that. Ordeals. That's the word I was looking for. If I'm too early, if I'm too early for ordeals, now seems like proper time to grind that stuff out. Because otherwise, having to do so many Cliffworth meltdowns that I get to do all this stuff here, it is a little bit problematic. What hang on. Why do you have a Cliffworth counter? Something happens here. We haven't quite figured it out yet, but something happens here. I need all the weapons in the world. Good. Those who... Really nothing there? Great. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. We're on 4. Keep going. Xavier, go over there. What if he's in Fragment, though? I can ignore his Q counter. It's not an X. Maybe because I don't know everything about it yet. Right. Someone go punch this thing. Wolf, go punch it. So we're currently on 4. The next one will be 6. So I need to do this 2 more times. We're gonna be grinding this out for a bit then. Day 6. Okay, so we're still in day 4, so we're okay. Get some stats ground out. So I'm gonna finish off the mission, then we'll move on. Right, this will trigger the thing. Who do I send to work for you? That's the big question here. Who do we send? That's fine. That's not a problem. We can deal with this. Lynn, go over there. Did I read the third expedition? I have not actually yet. Good point. Silverlight, can I just, I literally know very little, so unless I specifically ask for things, I want not to be told. Just like stuff like that, like, is this stuff I want to find out by myself? That's fine. Like, I just want to, like, unless I'm specifically asking for, like, I've played the game before, and I've seen Shogun play bits of it, but it was a while ago, and this game is complicated, so my brain gets a bit, hang on, you're ticking down. Let's get before I get too distracted with talking about stuff. Wolf, please go there. Right, what's this one? Those who face themselves in the mirror may appear the same, but in actuality have become completely different people. That just goes with the first one. The only thing it shows its people, when facing oneself in a mirror, the subject changes. There are numerous suggestions, like the possibility of a linkage to parallel universe or magical powers, but none of this can be confirmed. Because we've done this 7 times. So 3 more times and you'll get all the information you ever need about it. Okay. Maybe go over there. Don't use too much energy, otherwise it will shut down on this game. What? Not too much energy. Two to go. 2 to go, and we can call the day. We can call it a day. There. I'm just afraid of what's going to happen down there. The game taxes me. Oh, right. Oh, did you get a sub to 8-Bit Drummer? Wolf. Someone gifted it. Yeah, nice. I think my first sub to 8-Bit Drummer was gift sub. I just kept it going because his things are amazing. Like 8-Bit Drummer is awesome. I'm a huge fan of 8-Bit Drummer. Right, who's going for the punchy? Ruki, punchy. Very good, yeah. He's an endless fountain of positivity and energy, and is awesome. The fact that he oh crap. Okay, fine. We have to send someone in there. Right, it'll be the last thing I do. Attachment. Xavier, go. Xavier, go. We'll get hopefully we get enough for escape information as well, because it's the first time escape information will actually be relevant. And we will go ahead and punch this as well with Ryuki. Right. Please. Oh god. Please. If this is gonna look bad, I'll complete the workday. That's cleared. That's cleared. No, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. You're looking good. Who's in there? Xavier. Looking good. Looking good. Keep it up. Yes, Queen. Ah, here you go. So this is where you find the defensive stats. Okay, so they're super weak. Most things are weak to blue, to be honest. But as I remember correctly, blue weapons are very rare. But we have weapons with weakness with white, so it's gonna be pretty good for us today. Alright, we're done. We're cleared. Everyone's happy. Cool. Complete the day. What do we have here? Temperate. A lot of temperance up there for Ryuki. A lot of HP up as well. HP up there for Lim. It works out. Xavier's temperance goes up to 2. Because of the mirror, Wolf's temperance went down a bit, unfortunately. Really, nobody's prudence training? That's odd, but sure, whatever. Next day. Yes, please. Our founder, A, has said this to me many a time. Each successful experiment makes you a better person. The greatness of this company was founded on multitudes of trials and hardships. So you too shall become great. Each day in the company is another small experiment towards shaping your life for the better. How has your day been today? Well, of course it was fine. Let's spare the pleasantries, no? Manager, how has your life been? An absolutely horrid one. It could be better. I cannot see the color of your life as you do. While I am unable to console you with empty words such as "that's not true," many things will change while you are here. That much is clear. This is a simple metaphor, but the seed of a tree will not grow just anywhere. It requires fertile soil, the right temperature, and fresh water. However, most seeds fall on barren soil. With those malfallen seeds, stretching out their roots and sprouting even small leaves are challenges full of pain. I cannot provide you with water or sunlight. However, I will do my best to tend to the soil. You need to be honest here, Malkuth. You simply cannot suppress the ordeals with the... There you go. Here come the ordeals. The ordeals with the employees you currently have at your disposal. Trust me, I am the head of the information team. Even if your team were to suppress ordeals on their own, there's too great a risk of extreme mental damage to your employees. But yes, Sod, we only need to consider the mortality rate of the agents, and the possibility of the abnormalities breaching. Malkuth, Lady Angela said that one of the crazy employees will kill 10 others. Hod Waifu is here. Hod Waifu is here. I am the Sephira of the control team. I may make outrageous mistakes in all other aspects, but this role I know better than anyone else. I know how to handle employees on the verge of insanity. I even wrote down a code of conduct for it. Hod best waifu, yeah. They're gonna explode. They're gonna get explained now, I think. I even wrote a code of conduct for it. Honestly, it feels like I'm the only one who follows the guide. Am I wrong? Please tell me if you happen to need it. I can always share a copy with you. I'm fine, but that code of yours... I don't need weak employees in my department. Weakness means elimination, the death of your place in my department. To work for the control team, the department that leads the corporation, signifies that you should be more capable than everyone else. Manager, please say something to them. You've been watching what's happened to those weak-willed employees from the comfort of your office, haven't you? Can any one of you guys say something? Well, thanks so much for visiting me. It's made me so happy. We should meet up again sometime. All of us, Upper Sephiroth. I have an announcement to the Sephiroth of the upper layer. The mental corruption levels of the control team's employees exceeded the maximum threshold. And just what did the other Sephiroth do in the meantime? Sit and watch? The control team has failed to handle the ordeals. Supplement the staff immediately and suppress the ordeals. I will ask for support from the other departments. As the Cliff-off deterrence weakens, the abnormalities will begin to grow agitated. Certain things we call ordeals, which we cannot contain, will go into a rampage, just as they are right now. Could you calm down the employees by suppressing one of the ordeals that show up at dusk? I'll help you with it as soon as I can. Complete a dusk ordeal. And if I remember correctly, I cannot complete this for ages yet. Like, this only appears like way later. I think those things only appear way later. Expand this, yes please. Malkuth is quite ruthless. And you get assembly summons as well, good. Beepers will be provided to the agents so they can be notified to return to their home department. Yes, please. Right. Ego listing. Yes, you must be past day 20 to complete a Dusk Ordeal. They don't exist otherwise. At the moment, we don't need reds. All we need is... all we need is white at the moment. We don't need red at the moment. Everyone's got some suit on. We kind of want... the only thing that can escape is the Fragment, and the Fragment is weak. Does black damage, so I guess we want more people wearing penitents. I'll keep that in mind. I should probably, like... I've got loads of PE boxes for all of them. I should probably get all their stuff up and running. I've got loads of love points left over. I can't name, unfortunately. I can't name. I wish I could name them. I cannot name them after they're done. It's such a massive ball ache. It really is. And I haven't lost anyone yet. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Hold the phone. Right, okay. Next. Next, please. I'll scroll up otherwise. Okay, Morthen called it first. Do I want to give you a lob of any kind here? No, we're good. Okay. I'm gonna scroll up and find out. I'm gonna pick people at random now. Shaitan, go. Make sure you don't actually look like anything else. It makes my life a lot harder if you do. And what was a steady thing of interest? Victor. A Bosco, fine. Cool. Right, let's make sure everyone's wearing stuff now. Morthen, Titan, Bosco. They're all using penitence, all wearing clothes of some kind. Good. Everyone ready? Have some fun. You done the game, you're doing in real life. That's definitely true. Right, pause. So that's not gonna get completed until day 20. So that's not a problem. All we need to do now is at the moment is just complete the mission as given. So Shogun, you got the highest temperance, so work on that. Everyone goes at least once a day here. So see, Morthen, Shaitan, and stuff can go there because it's okay, fine. Attachment for Shaitan and Oscaro. Because they're low statted, so they can get shuffled, and then those 3 will take me to 10, and then at which point we know everything this thing does, which means we might never have to use it again, depending how this works out. Unless we specifically have to do it because of Kill-Off Meltdown. You seem to be terrified. Yeah, you do. Everyone's terrified. Right, anyway, so we're going to grab that. Yep, that's done. You're completed as well. You're completed as well. 13, which means you're actually... Yeah, we've got everything here. We can start making... I want to make your weapon, because that is an amazingly good weapon. Right. So... Morthen's used this. Actually, who used this before? Crap. Who used this? Was it Morthen who used this before? Okay, so Shaitan's next. And... Morthen goes over there now. Right. Who's the first one? Typical. We'll deal with Fragment again, Shogun, please. Like that, and then like when Bosco's currently busy. Yeah, Bosco's busy. When Bosco comes out of that, we can't actually send you in there because of the fairies, right? Yeah. Okay. Wolf, go over there. Yeah, you're covered in pixie dust. You can't go there yet. You're fine now. Okay, go. You're fine. The hell? What the? Holy hell, Wolf. This is genuinely surprising. How do you manage to do this? How are you failing at one sin? Right, that's 10. That's 10. Okay. Well, okay. Well, literally nothing. Okay, so so it has no secret gimmick. That's literally its thing. Looking into the mirror multiple times will gradually eat away at one's humanity until they become indistinguishable from a hollowed husk of a man. So caution is advised. Yo, Brian just walked right past me without saying a word. What's up with him? Oh, he took a peek at the mirror. You know, he's always complaining about being born too weak. I guess he finally made up his mind about it, huh? Satisfaction is only temporary, though. Okay, so there is no real benefit to using this. I will only ever use this now if I have, if I have to because of the cliff off counter. I have a theory on how once it fails might work based on the story. We'll see. We'll see if it comes to play. Is the shuffling stats like a no-sum game though? If it's a no-sum game, that could potentially be worth it. Titan. I can't believe I've got it. I'm not. Does anyone here have? I guess you could do low insight works as well. I can get some low people insight there. Go over there. Good. Thank you very much. Yeah, the only high here is low attachments. So do your best, boss girl. Go meet the fragment of the universe. So you can start making. We need to have 20 to make the ego weapon, so that'll be good. You are normal to black, but the damage is quite high, so it's not too bad. What the hell is people getting like normals on the hell? Insight. Shogun. Attachment. Morphin. Hang on, attachment? No. Instinct Morphin. Everyone else is giving Nemo some drinks. Running out of China points. Thank God for that. I don't have to drown anymore. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get that insight working. Shogun, grab some insight. Fairy Festival, someone punch the Fairy Festival. Oh, hang on, wait until that's done. Wait until that's done. God, please, you're gonna make me drown. Punch it. Try to punch it in the face. Attachment. +2 hang on, whoa, hold the phone. Boss Crow, where are you, buddy? Yeah, you got it. You got the ego gift. You have the ego gift of the fragment. There you go. There it is. It gives you +2 success rate, +2 work speed. There you go. It likes you. Go say hi to it again. You got nothing so far. Oh, there's nothing so far either. Didn't say I was going to use them. Definitely help with my back. My back is getting better, thankfully, but it is a slow process. It is a slow process. I have the back of someone twice my age. I want to give it back, but they're not taking it from me. Bam 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 bam. You're being set up. It's well, setups don't really help that much. It's more like posture stuff and spinal alignment and stuff. Yeah, like this is definitely a game where the lore is very important. It's more the Holy crap, Boss Crow, well done. You ledge. That was very well executed. You earned yourself one of those spears, I think. A perfect 12 on Fragment. Well done indeed. I keep clicking the name, it's my bad. Right, Bosky, go have a look at there. Actually, yeah, guess that. You're gonna go work over there because HP, please. Triton goes over there. Shoggy, go down there. Potential miss. Oh, that's fine. Not a problem. When do I call the day complete? Because I can probably call the day complete whenever I want to right now. There's no real biggie. As long as I'm waiting for those to happen either, so... Done. Who can health up? Shaitan. Orson. 11. Ain't too shabby. Let's get one more spear out of this if possible. Is it quite useful? The thing is, how is that useful? I don't understand how that kind of randomness, especially if it's not a zero-sum game, I don't understand how it's useful then. If it gained you like 1 or 2 points randomly, that'd be fantastic, but it doesn't seem to do that. If it loses you points, like all the effort you do to like specifically train someone in a specific way is kind of wasted by randomizing it, surely. Like I'm going, oh, this person has got low health, go punch a fairy for a bit. Or this person's got like low temperance, go hug a skull. This person has low temperance, go hug a skull. This person has low health, go punch a fairy. The thing this game makes you say. Like once I've got three spears, I think we can call it. Bim, bum, bim, bum, bim, bum, bim, bum, bim, bum. Right. Instinct isn't punching, that'd be repression. Repression is just punching harder. Yeah, I know they don't, but it's amusing to consider it that way. There you go, we got all the weapons, so I'm thinking we're probably okay to call the day now. Unless I specifically want to grind out another 50 points to get the 2 ego suits here. They are Teth ego suits, however, I guess they are super good for dealing with you, specifically. They're specifically good at dealing with you, so we grind out. Instinct and repression is punching. Insight is cleaning. And attachment is hugs. Yeah. No, it's punching, looking at, hugging, and then squeezing a dog. Apparently, it's you punch it, you look at it, you hug it, and you squeeze a dog. Which is like, okay, if that's what you want to do with your life, I guess you can squeeze a dog if you want. We got plenty. You're done, right? You're maxed out. You're maxed out. You're maxed out, and we got nothing else to buy from you. Yeah, you're maxed out. Cool. Call the day there. So a bunch of temperance up for Wolf. Not really that much temperance, really? A bunch of temperance up for Shogun, though. Holy crap. Okay, Wolf needs some attention. Health up for Morthan. A bunch of health up for Shaitan. Because I think Shaitan's health was so low, as was Bosco's, I really, really pushed him. And Bosco goes straight into level up temperance as well. Well done. And 9 points of reward there. Would you like to hear a summary about what their deal is, or do you just want to read them on your own leisure? For what, specifically for the what's names or nay? It's fine. It'll be okay for the moment. I think we'll just move. Pick the one for sin. I'll read them in my own time, I think, because we'll spend ages going over it. I think otherwise, I want to like move on, especially because I'm going to be playing this once a week. I want to get some progress done. All right, folks, vote up for the next one. Who wants what? Let's. We have. Hang on, mouse over them. D02107. Dude, your little angel is gnawing on narcotic's finger. 00192. It's a good day. Are you still shy today? And 00256. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins knowing it's wrong? Yeah. This is back. Apparently, this is a backer one. Yeah, this is a backer abnormality, which is nom little angel, shy, and sins are bad. Okay. Third one was up for 2 days ago. Oh, okay. All is up. Did someone mention... did someone mention me in the Star Sector Discord? I kind of missed it now. I think someone mentioned me, but... Oh, there it is. Heck. Using. Looks like people want the backer one. Are the backer ones like better, or are they just broken, or are they gonna screw me over majorly? Like, what's the dealio here? I think I turned off backer names for Phoenix Point because the backer names just got a bit silly. They got a little bit distracting. Besides, they were relevant because everyone, in theory, everyone in Phoenix Point gets renamed anyway. Just no clue. The description sounded fun. Fair play. 107. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm writing them down in a little notebook. I like keeping physical notes. It's amusing. Yesterday I bought some kind of dissolvable herb tea. Despite lengthy list of herbs in it, it tastes like mild mint tea or someone made tea from Mentos. Oh, God. That doesn't sound pleasant. I'm not great for, like, herbal teas. Like, I like black teas. I'm not great for herbal teas. D02107. As you are aware, there are numerous employees working for our company. This one's not bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got my name made. I'll start shoving like Rook, Star Jekyll, and Letherington in there. If chat remains quiet, I'll start shoving from my list of names. As you, a majority of them would like to know more about you as a person. Some will take the initiative and attempt to approach you first. It's rather funny knowing who you are. Knowing who you are will not do anything to improve their odds. Their odds. There are no regulations to prevent them from coming all the way to your office to interact with you face to face, unfortunately. It seems the one who set those rules in place did not consider situations like this. And I suppose this may be a good opportunity for you to show them that you are generous and caring enough to have chit-chats with your subordinates. Words tend to travel faster than you think. I will not stop you from meeting with someone if there are employees who wish to visit you. But please keep in mind that you do not have to do everything they ask of you. Simply thank them for their effort. Tell them you hope that they will keep up the good work. That'll benefit both parties, don't you think? Are you still following me? What if we need is a gesture of goodwill, and nothing more. Do not go overboard and listen to whatever nonsense they have to say. Give them a vending machine, and the next they will come knocking, demanding a bar. I expect you to make the right decision. I want a vending machine. Right, so we've got... The control team is fully expanded, and now we have to add the information team to the mix. I'm in charge of the information team. In this department, I'll give you a proper greeting later. Are you planning to open up the information department before starting the day? I have to, don't I? It also says that one can put either hot or cold water to it. If I put cold room temperature water, it won't mix well, and the most of the tea is very mild, and the bottom is layer too strong tea. Cold tea is a weird... Well, the thing is... most cold teas I've had have to go hot first. Oh, turns out we need people down here, and we have enough of them. we have people down here. That said, where's his neck? Where's whose neck? People don't get necks. Necks are overrated. You don't need a neck. Neck just means it takes longer for food to go down. Ouch. Join the info team. Yes. Yes, odd. I'll have to take a better look next time. Okay, you three, you're there as backup. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna start naming after patrons. If people want, if subs in chat want names, I'll remind me between episodes, because otherwise. No, you cannot move abnormalities. You can move people around though. Star Jackal. But they can move themselves sometimes. Yes, they can. I'm trying to make sure that no one looks too like someone else. Otherwise it gets a bit confusing. Fine. Yeah, I'll give people new gear as well. Leth, your eyes are amazing and I love them. Give you slightly different colored hair though, because you're too close to Bosco in hair color. There you go. Right, Eagle List. Right, so who's gonna get the good stuff? Bosco, you kind of earned it, I think. So you can get that one. I also want to give you Bane. Star Jackal, you get that, and I want at least one person with that down there. Actually, who's got the highest? Yeah, Rook or Star Jackal's fine for this. They've got the highest attack speed. That's everyone, I think. That's everyone? That is everyone. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Mambo Rambo. Where are those things from, by the way? Oh, this CV hazmat. I don't like. Beric uses those ones a lot as well. Right. Okay. Let's go this. Right. So, oh my god, what? Oh my god, we are so going to die. There is no way that's a good thing. There is no way that's helpful. There is no way that is safe whatsoever. That ain't happening. Jesus, okay. Here goes nothing. Technically, I should probably move some of my more experienced people down here to test it out. Okay, we're going to start off with attachment. Hug the dog. Don't punch the dog. Don't you ever punch the dog. Star Jackal, hug the dog. Oh, you got the... Okay, Lethington has the highest temperance. So that's... Hang on, what do we... Hang on. Where is the thing? Over here, isn't it? I've got to open up the side thing here. Okay, this information service team gets plus temperance for being on the information service team. I think, right? Yeah. So what's the move speed coming from? I know they get they get a bonus depending on what department they're in. Like they're getting move speed +5 there. Oh, Wolf got the penitent's hat. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say Boscro has 2 hearts. No, it's Boscro and Shogun have hearts. Wolf no longer has the hand thing. Did Wolf have the hand thing? Yeah, Wolf lost the hand thing. Wolf had the hand item from the Fairy Festival, but they're not in the same. They're not in the same slot. Is it relevant? Hover over that. Okay, well, hang on. Let's do that then. There's no hovering apparently. Over the room. Here you go. Cleric benefit level 3. All movement speeds by 5. But I think that's the same thing as this, isn't it? That's the same thing as that. So it's 3 plus 5. Ah, okay, right. Okay, and this one's what? So essentially put all agents by 1. Which is where that +1 comes from. So where are these +3s coming from then? I'm confused. Your weapon possibly? Possibly. Regardless, anyway, I'm just blabbering right now. I might at some point in the future move the most expensive. Once I know more about you, and I'm no longer sacrificing to you, I'll move the more experienced people down here, and the people who need to level up go back up here. Because even though like Malkuth says that the control team is the most experienced, no, control team is basic area. Control team is basic levels. Insight. Wolf. Punchy Punchy. Shogun. Huggy Huggy. Orphan. Ego gifts is whenever they work there, there's a probability that they get given a gift by the abnormality. So whenever you work on the skull, there's a 5% chance that you get the hat. I thought they didn't overlap. As long as the slot was different, it didn't overlap, but maybe there's a limit to how much you can get. Because the fairy gives you hand 2. And I'm sure Wolf had hand 2, but it seems to have gone now. Right, hang on, how's this going? Okay, you're taking red damage at least. So it's not black. Lethrington, are you going to die? You may just die immediately. Don't hug the dog. That's what we're learning here. You do not hug the dog. Yeah, do not hug the dog. The dog does not like to be hugged. Do not hug the dog. DO2107, Wub's instinct work the most. Please do not do work other than instinct with him, or else the clinical cut has meaningful. Okay, there we go. That explains everything. Do not hug the dog at all. Only do instinct work with you. Well, it's a fun start anyway. Boscro. When you arrive there, we'll see what happens there. Well, if everything goes pear-shaped, we'll revive Leth, but unless...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Pretty much. Instinct, Star Jackal. Unless we have a... I'm not going to roll back unless we have catastrophic failure. If you have catastrophic failure, then sure, I'll roll back. But other than that, it's just a bit cheap. Oh shit, is it instinct? Oh crap! I misread. I can't get him out. I misread. Nope. Okay, this probably classifies as this classifies as a mistake. Bad. This classifies as pear shaped. This classifies as pear shaped. Rewind to retry the day. There you go. This classifies as a pear shaped. Yes, pretty much exactly. I don't want to punch the cute dog. That's harsh. I don't want to punch the cute dog. Fine, punch the cute dog. Look at the skull. Punch the fairy. Hug the crazy demon of another universe. Why must you punch the dog? Well, it looks nasty. We didn't quite see a good side of it, but it's... This is going better than before, at least. I'm assuming if you have bad, you automatically fail. Like, if you have bad, it's like... Oh my god, it's not looking great, is it? It's still bad, but at least you didn't die. You took some damage? I can't tell. I haven't got any health information for you yet. Okay, so hop along in there. Stare at the skull, Boskro. Just go look at the skull. He loves me first. So does the fairy, so... We need 6 more. Rook, go punch a dog. Oh god. Morthon, go look in the mirror. You can get help by order. Yeah, I know. But I'm looking forward to the ability to just look at them and stuff rather than being able to do it the other way around. Punch a fairy. Hug a demon. Okay, you got a dawn ordeal coming up. Okay, we got 8, so we got Managerial Guidelines. When the work results bad, the cliff of counter goes down, sure. When it escapes, it voluntarily returns to its unit after attacking an employee and taking blank from their corpse. Okay. That's fun. Hooray. Okay, well... I can ignore this when they have a meltdown. Yeah, I suppose. I don't really have them. I haven't got that mission anymore. I'm still like, in my brain I still have the mission where I have to deal with the ones that have meltdown. Well, more than you got way more SP, but let's start punching some things. Punch a dog. Lethrin's gonna go punch a dog. Everyone's gonna go punch a dog down there. Are you a Teth, by the way? I don't actually know yet. The cheers for the beginning. Let us light a flame or for all I missed that. Okay, so what do we got? Ordeals are basically things that start out outside the area. Who are you? Starjackal. Okay. Go over there, please. Dawn of Crimson. Weak to dark. Good, because that's where it's Boskro coming in with that. 3 cheers for something, right? What did it say? 3 cheers for something. Attack type unknown. They are weak. Okay. Go suppress those, please. Wait, you get suppressed all of them there. Okay, they're down. Just want you to go back there. Get back home. I think I have an eye for people. We got all the energy we want. Good. Now you lot can go back home. Right. There's another one. Bloody hell. Kill it again, please. We cleared out? Okay, we're clear down here. There's one down here, though. It's not really doing much. Oh, so it's killed something, actually. Somebody died there. To live is to yearn and to fight for our desires. So that's done. Okay, hurrah. That's fine, I suppose. Who was going to punch a dog? Lethington, you were going to punch a dog, weren't you? Punch a dog. But yeah, that's an ordeal. An ordeal essentially is basically comes out into the corridor and just attacks stuff. It's... Clown again, dog. Well, the clown was weak to white and black, wasn't it? Thermodynamically board. Hey, sup? Thermodynamically board. No, we're doing instinct. It might go badly, but we're doing instinct. Although it's going... Jesus, quiet, Lethington, please. Nope. Run away. Come on. Steal something from the corpse. That's the whole thing, isn't it? You steal something from the corpse and go back. So you've attacked an employee, grab something from the corpse and go back to your room. It kills. Okay. I don't know its escape information. I would love to know that, but I don't know that. Okay. Sadly, my clerks down here are dead because of the clowns, so they can't really do much. Yeah. You lot. We're gonna gang up on this thing. Move over here. Everyone down there, let's gang up on this thing. Is everyone down here? Yeah, okay. I don't actually what's health like at the moment. Information team, they're all low. Only suppressing. Okay, you lot heal up over there. Good. Welcome back. Go back home. It's a horrible sound. That is a horrible, horrible sound. Get back to your room. Hey, Oxyboko. That's punching the dog. Good question. And Leth, you kind of failed horribly at punching the dog there, so punch the dog. So we can ignore that one, right? So just send someone to punch the fairies. More than punch a fairy. Titan, look at the thing. Wolf, go hug a fragment of the universe. Yeah, I think next day I'm gonna move the control team up to the info area and move some people down here. Why is that closed? Oh, you succeeded. Well done. What do we got here? Basic info. Papode. And you give dog ears, which increases HP but lowers success. Oh god, you definitely don't want that. Okay. Like it's high everywhere, and so people are failing just naturally. How dare they? Okay. Hug the universe spider. Chug go stare at the skull. Oscar go punch a cat. Morton go hug a universe spider. On Letherington, try again. Try punching it again, go on. You know you want to. I want to see the escape information. That's kind of priority at the moment. May get a lot of ears. 75%, right? Yeah, 75%, so... It's anything but a 1 on a d20. Okay, go stare at a skull, please. Mulvin, go punch a fairy. $10. Go punch a dog, Rook. Go hug a fragment of the universe. Shiten. Oh my god, can you please? You're slow as all hell. I mean, it can't escape, so it's irrelevant, but still. My god, and 1 second to go. Jesus Christ, Morthen. It's the hardest I've got. Probably Papode. Again, but then we now know the trick to deal with you, so it's less relevant. Not much. May you send to train justice? I guess that's common. I guess because we're usually training justice. I haven't ever seen something that likes dealing with justice, but I guess there's no downside to you, right? I guess you can technically use fairies as well. You can technically use fairies as well to deal with justice. You get very short range damaging red, and you get weak, strong to black. Not a so cute. Everything's called so cute. Jesus. Ow. 25, 20. It costs 3 times as much to upgrade with Lob, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. This stuff is actually irrelevant because it do not do anything other than instinct. Shogun, Morthen, punch a dog, Rook. I'll get Fragment of the Universe. Titan. Ignore a mirror, everybody. Right, you've completed. Yeah, so I think once we've revealed everything from Papode, we'll call it a day. Whoop. Okay, cool. We've got everything here. So, provided by Tumblebug backer Lee Yun-hee. A super fluffy, ultra cute puppy with white fur like fresh snow. This abnormality is so cute that just taking a short glance at it will make you feel so much better. It has the eyes of an angel and is the purest thing in the world. Further descriptions of this creature have been omitted for brevity's sake. The rest of the sentence are essentially just, it's so cute in various ways. This animal couldn't be evil at all. The only thing you have to worry about is your heart aching if you look at it for too long. It's just so cute. Attempts to bring the abnormality out from you may occur from time to time, but this is not a concern as they are typically prevented by other employees. When too many employees want to work with this abnormality, a arbitration will be held to decide who gets the privilege of doing so. Our employees tend to show symptoms of mental regression, such as oddly toned speech with high pitch upon entering the containment unit. Oh, coo. Only temporary problem. Many of our employees refer to this abnormality as the goodest boy in the world of Papode. However, its official designation is simply Papode. Please make sure you don't get confused. Every employee who enters this containment unit must upload a photo or video to report this abnormality. This is highly, extremely uber important. Ensure that nobody misses this step. It's bapping me with his paws. Is this an attack? He just wants you to feed him. Oh my god, so much text. Right, anyway, I think we're all done, right? I think we're all in the clear now. Right, let's call it a day. We not call it a day? Where's the let me finish the day. I would like to finish the day, please. Oh. Something took my energy. Who took my energy? Oh, because I failed. Oh, right. Yeah. Cool. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, if I failed that, it took energy from us. Cool. In which case, we'll do all... Oh, God, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, the second we got some power in, we'll end it there anyway, so... Give us some power, we'll call it a day, and we'll end it mid-meltdown, because, you know, that's fun. Bum. Punch the dog for some more equipment. Yeah, we'll work on punching the dog. Let's get all this stuff completed. Yep, that went down by 1, so it's beneficial for us to do that. Do we even care about that, really? Not so much, but might as well finish it off. Oh, done. Temperance goes up there, Justice go up a little bit there, Justice goes up there as well, nice. Fortitude goes up to Morthen. Morthen actually tears up to level 2 off this. Shaitan is now Temperance level 2. Bostro, no. Rook gets a Fortitude level 2. Let me get some more Fortitude as well. Good. Next day, yes. I need a 10th level white damage weapon. I do. Sadly I don't have any. Okay. You got the next 3. F0244, which I think we've seen before, have we not? O0561 and T0299. However, the curse continues eternally never broken. We have seen this one before. That's turned up before today. Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death. O. And T. Please eat my dreams. The dog weapon is red. Dog weapon is red weapon. We can check next day, but I'm pretty sure dog weapon is red weapon. Hey, Skypian. Yeah. Oh god, middle right is currently drawn. Like, check on the management screen, you can click on the abnormality, you can push it. Yes, you can. Very, very true. Very, very true. Forget about this. Ah. I need to make a note of things I need to add to my Captain's Caps redemptions. Right side 1, TO299-1. That's my first T. Right side 1, TO299. The energy output of our facility is ever increasing. You have proven that you are much more capable than you originally perceived yourself to be. A high echelon is watching you. Our founder, A, is among them. What do you know about A? A? He is a visionary. A farmer who sowed seeds on a virgin soil no one had approached before. In time, he may express interest in meeting you in person. If that happens, you will be able to make your dreams come true. Myself? Well, of course I highly admire him. But to be fair, he is the one who created me. He is also an enigmatic person. I imagine there are few who can truly understand him. In fact, to truly understand anyone is difficult. Will the day come that I understand you completely? Oh, it's a turtleneck, okay. He has got a neck, it's just a turtleneck. Manager, you are the head of this corporation. You are supposed to set an example for others, but that outfit would warrant at least 10 penalty points in our department. The manager should be no exception. However, the rules state that a Sephira has no authority to impose penalty points on the manager, so I must let you off for now. I am Yesod, the Sephira of the information team. The information team is in charge of processing and archiving all the data in our company. New information is generated every day, and we need to ensure that the information is accurate, so we must concentrate and focus on our job at all times. It may be compared to massive bibliotheca. A single bit of misinformation could lead to an uncontrollable disaster. I am sure you can understand the gravity of my work. Every sliver of information that you read contains despair and desperation of our employees. Please do not think lightly of that information. It seems you are curious about my outfit. I have an aversion to exposing any part of my body. I don't exactly remember when I started feeling this way, but it's likely that I've been this way even before I joined the company. Yes, you have any spare paper? Our department could use some. Netzak, the rules state that you're not supposed to trade resources between teams. It should be in the very first page of the Sephira manual. Alright, stop giving me that sharp look, Mr. Viper. Well, I'm heading out. Not in the mood to get bitten today. What are you trying to say with that expression of yours? Ah. Is this entertaining to you? Does the nickname make you laugh? My apologies, I overreacted a bit. The Sephiroth merely use my nickname as a joke, but others use it in a more serious manner. I know there are many employees who genuinely despise me. Nicknames may be a childish thing, but there's no better way to describe a person in such few words. I personally like my nickname. What's your opinion, manager? I like the sound of it, Mr. Viper. The sheep? What time, eh? Seems we're in agreement then. I should get going now. I need to finish today's work. Oh, and I must send you the next assignment. Complete 4 instinct works. That'll be... Really? Okay, cool. That's gonna get... I've got the dog. The information team is always in need of more data on the abnormalities. At this point in our research, we need more testing with instinct work. Instinct work directly involves an abnormalities, primal instinct, and drive. Greetings, manager. Would you like to expand the information department and prepare for management? Yes, please. Hey, Rook. Right. What's the... You gotta add someone there. What this? This you, boy! I think it explains more and more and more, I believe. Right, and let's have a quick... Killer Morthen, you can hop down here. Wolf. Okay. Rook goes up. Shogun comes down. Wolf comes down. Leffington goes up. Ballstroke comes down. Yeah, see. It's red damage type. We just had a Mass Effect themed armor operation. Nice. I have not got yet a Teth white damage weapon. Actually, hang on. Roscoe, you stay up there. Ryuki, you're gonna come down, mainly because if you die to something, I really don't care. You're allowed to die to something. I found a Crusader shotgun and team killed a guy with it. Yeah. Ryuki's there as basically like, he can die and I don't care. You're there as you're disposable, Ryuki. That's what you are. You're just disposable. Who wants to have the good Teth gear, though? And... Starjackal. And... So there's someone with any kind of damage weapon around. There's there's people with red in the information team and control team. There's people with black in both teams. There's people with white in both teams. There's a certain abnormality that has copyrighted music. Please do. Let me know if something like should not be picked because of music, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Am I going to make Ryuki clones later on? To be fair, I've got 2 Ryuki clones. Like Xavier and Lim are essentially Ryuki clones because I don't care about them either. So basically, Ryuki will be testing the hell out of this one. I guess in case you're not around, just let me know. Don't tell me what it is. Just give me the number, and I'll say this one has copyrighted music. Okay, it's a backer one as well. So D01 105 EMCA. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Thank you very much. Have I got time for one more day? Oh, it's manual. I thought it was like manual as in manual/automatic. No names, no spoils. Especially because names would be kind of useless, because to know the name I would have had to pick it already and done enough work on it that I'd be able to learn its name. So learning the name of an abnormality that I can't pick because of copyrighted music reasons is kind of pointless. I guess that name is okay to tell me because I'll never pick it. Not on a stream anyway. Because there's no way of telling a name unless I actively pick it and do research on it. Do I have time for one more day? Or do I just call it there and we'll carry on next week? Well, Yesod comes from Hebrew texts. Is yes... all the words here, like Malkuth, Yesod, Sephirot, Asiya, every word here I think comes from Hebrew. And I think they come from Hebrew texts as well. People who frothed their mouth about copyrights used to say how piracy will bring the all intellectual content. No, okay, DMC is a weird one. Okay, I'm going to make this point. There's a really good video on YouTube by Tom Scott, which I think you should, which is worth watching if you haven't yet. It's about like how YouTube's copyright system isn't broken. Like DMCA sucks, but every DMCA content ID match you get everywhere is a lawsuit you didn't get. My streams are not fair use. Fair use is not easy to define. My fair use is not that easy to define. Go watch Tom Scott's video on YouTube about this stuff. I think it's called. It's copyright law is broken. Copyright law is so outdated. Legal's also pretty good, but I think Tom Scott is the one I know most, and it's a really good video. Copyright law is broken. Copyright law is really broken, which is why things like DMCA strikes and content ID. Every content ID match you get on YouTube is a lawsuit you potentially avoided. So it sucks, but it sucks because the copyright system sucks, not because it by itself is a bad thing. It has to exist to stop the potential of mass lawsuits going out. Yeah, put the video there. It's a really good video. Like if you haven't watched it before, Tom Scott stuff in general is good. I like Tom Scott stuff, but it's mainly about like how copyright law is really outdated, really bad, intentionally so, and how basically DMCAs and content IDs are basically them trying to basically deal with this nightmare. Like, Tom Scott is someone who's worth following, because Tom Scott doesn't put videos out every day, and whenever they do, they're very interesting and they're not very long. Things like, I like watching like science stuff, like science communication stuff, or tech communication stuff. They're very, very interesting. Tom Scott does really nice tech communication, Smarter Every Day, Veritaserum, Nile Red I really like because I really like chemistry. So Nile Red is a channel I watch a lot. Oh yeah, the entirety of copyright law is done entirely pretty much by the music industry and the movie industry. They fund it. Like it's never about like preserving like the copyright of things. Which fair enough. There's a certain level to that. I think if you make something, you deserve to profit of it. But the way it's done is violently aggressive. Have I watched SFIA? Possibly, but I don't know what it means, so I don't think I have. I'm going to call the stream anyway, so we can have a chat. At some point, would people like to have a just chatting stream? We just come on and just talk crap? Kabbalah, that's the one. It's some Hebrew text somewhere. Well, it's the same Hebrew text that they get Sephiroth from, because Sephiroth comes from Sephiroth. Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur. I have not. Like, I should put like a channel in my Discord for just like things that are worth chatting about, like things that you want me to see and stuff like that. Or that's the problem is because I would love to do like a media share stream where like we all like people like link me videos, we watch them together and stuff and talk about them. That'd be kind of cool. Like history, anything. Like, but I think that becomes more of a problem with like DMCAs and stuff. But people do media share streams all the time. It might be an interesting way of doing it. Might as well get yesterday's missions done. Yeah, but the day... Oh, fine, whatever. We'll do one more day, then. One more day. I think I've done everything I need to do today, so we'll do one more day. Have I done everything to do here? Yeah, I have. We can start chatting. Let's just go. Mr. Rook, the history book wants history. Surprising nobody. Right, okay, what do we have here? Let's go a quick pause. Right. Rook, look at that. Lethington, punch that. Jackal, hug an alien concept. Papode, Shogun, punch a dog. Right, what are you? Oh, you're a sheepy thing. With eyes. I don't like eyes. Right, how do you want to die, Ryuki? That's a big question. How do you want to die today? Look at a cloud, Ryuki. Look at a cloud. Just look at it. He's just in front of Angela. He hates me for it. Okay, I might do just chatting to him at some point, just because I think it's interesting. Okay. Where? Oh, you. Okay. Hey, it's actually working out quite well. Staring at a sheep does seem to work. That's nice. Punch. Leth, punch that, please. Rook, go stare at the thing. Wolf. God. You're winning, but it's not looking nice for you, is it? Wolf, go punch a dog. Right. We got points out of that. Oh, you just straight up dead. Well, we learned something, didn't we? You just straight up died. What did we learn? Any employee with temperance under level 2 will fall asleep after working in the night, never to awaken. Okay. When it escaped, its light put every employee who came to contact sleep. They woke up when the manager shook them. Oh my god, so many managerial guidelines. It returns to continue of its own volition. Okay, so temperance under level 2, we cannot use that. Okay, who can actually work on you? I think more... Shogun can work on you. Don't make me die. See you, Morthen. I think we'll do. We can't complete control team. So once you've got the energy and that stuff completed, all right, Shogun, go. What did we do? Did we look at you? Ryuki became insight prostitute. Insight worked. Insight was okay. So Shogun, you've got temperance too. Hang on. Temperance under 2, so 2 should be fine. Shogun, go stare at a sheep. Yeah, I got 2 more Ryoku clones. Right, okay. Oscaro. Lethrington. I find your Lemmylex actually disturbing. Put a sticky Papodi out of his containment unit. No, stop him, quick! Actually... cancel that one. Because we're gonna... the second someone walks into someone, we're gonna have Dawn to worry about. Shogun! Are you just useless? Are you all down here? Really? Shogun, back away. Shogun, move away. I don't think you're... How much health have you actually got, Shogun? Yeah, get the hell out of there. Where is it? Where did it go? Okay, it's over there. It's fine. It's fine. It goes back eventually of its own volition, so it's not a problem. Shogun, how much health do you have at the moment? You're getting more health. Shogun? God, Jesus, fine. Get down there as well. What the hell? A pony escaped! No, everybody out. It's working to free people away. It's actually trying to free things. Okay, I understand. Kill it, please, before it frees Fragment of the universe, because that would suck majorly. Kill it. Good. Oh, it's escaped. It's also escaped. What are my orders? They're trying to free everybody. Jesus. Oh, great. Wake up, please. Where's Fragment? I don't even... Fragment's over there, okay. Alright. Star Jackal's on... What's Star Jackal? Why are you asleep, Star Jackal? You're not a sheep. Yara? Right. You done? We're done. Screw this. We're out of here. Workday completed. I don't care. I don't care. We got what we came for. The night manager can deal with putting those things back in their cages. Next daytime. 0 lob, but I got plenty, so. Right, so last one, then we'll call the stream there. Lob is the currency you have to hire new people and to upgrade them. How'd you get it? By being good. I let 2 people escape and I didn't contain them, so that was probably the badness. And I let somebody die as well. That was technically my first in-canon death, because every other time people died, we didn't actually restart it. Oh yeah, Morton's not here. I think like here I am waiting for the bloody poll to happen. Oh, not happening it. Right, hang on. I'll make the bloody poll myself. New poll. Okay, there you go. I was like, hang on, why is the poll not going up? Because Morton's not here. Morton's gone to walk the dog. Morton took proposal. So left is blood covers the whole floor, screams echo, people are running away. Middle is many hands float in the bath. They are the hands of the people I once loved. Lovely. And unsurprisingly, not a single employee volunteered to retrieve the corpse of the cocooned colleague. That's a spider, isn't it? Okay, we got a spider potentially. A lot of blood. And many hands float in the bath. Call the O5 council for that. Always left. That's the always left. The first one sounds least creepy. Blood covering the whole floor sounds the least creepy. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. First one is cute. Was it? What's the name of this? What's the name of the animated spider? What's the name of the animated spider? Like the guy who made his like kids. Like who basically voiced the spider with his kid. Yeah, I want no spoilers, please. Is it Andy the spider? Is it Andy the... I made one more than because you weren't here. Is it Andy the spider? Is it something? I can't remember. An SCP joke. Fred, you don't need to make an SCP joke. This entire game is an SCP joke. This entire game is pretty much SCP. This is SCP, just not called SCP. It's got everything SCP's got. Okay, well, left one, so it's TO541. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if one of your subordinates, who is harvesting energy from another morality to meet the quota, shall face certain death doing so? This is a very basic question, so I'm certain you know the right answer. We must continue producing energy. That is not the perfect answer I was expecting. The truest answer would be to harvest enough energy before such a situation would arise. Lobotomy Corporation is an industry giant, and its mission is to produce energy as our top priority. We are just we are literally the Union Aerospace Corporation right now. We make energy from hell. It's gonna be fine. You do seem to listen to my words. I expect you to manage your subordinates with that attitude. You've exceeded my expectations, despite your first impression. Allow me to explain your next... Yes, Odd, I just heard that your team had a ton of casualties. How many times has it been now? Shouldn't you get your team's side? It looks super depressing over there. Accidents happen. I want them to understand that it's not a big fuss. Dwelling in it only encourages them to cry more, and it will eventually tire them out. But people have died. Maybe you should say something, like at least some half-hearted commemorative speech to cheer the employees up? I mean, we should lead our departments and all. Perhaps your aim is different from mine, then. I see no point in being sentimental, caring too much about the respect of the employees, or the little complaints they make will steer you away from what's truly important. Well, I'm just saying, I guess there's no right answer, is there? We're both busy, so I'll see you later. What do you think, Manager? Should I go comfort them for the sake of the department's morale? Yes, you should, mainly because it's going to aggravate you. I'm honestly surprised to hear that from you. Do you think it's realistic for you to show up in every department every single time an accident occurs? You, the man who spends the whole day incessantly watching employees die through that shiny monitor of yours? I'll take that as you are only saying this because you're inexperienced and are still clinging onto the vague sense of goodwill, Manager. Morton, whoa, that's fine. Morton, it's too far. No, stop that. child sympathy does no good in the corporation, so I urge you to be rid of it. 5 insight works. That's going to be... Is that within information or not? Via insight work, we can directly handle their abnormalities. Through insight, we aim to find what they find favorable and unfavorable about the containment unit and adjust it accordingly. We'll expand you, but we're not doing anything else today. There's all departments, then that's ridiculously easy to solve then. Display HP UI, display damage UI, reduce fear damage for clerks. I don't care about clerks. Show me... Yeah, give me HP, that's important. Right, I'll carry on next time, folks, because I think we've gone on long enough. And there's no way, there's no point, everything will go wrongly otherwise. So I think we're going to carry on next time. It'll be next Saturday, I think, for me. I'm sitting upright. So we'll carry on next Saturday. Monday is Phoenix Point. Wednesday is Thea the Awakening. Friday is Phoenix Point. And Saturday next week will be more Lobotomy Corporation. I'll see if I can find someone to raid now. But cool. Have a nice time, and I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one. I'll see if I can also schedule a just chatting stream at some point as well, if people want that. We'll pick a kind of a chill time, and I'll just hop on and say we can just talk crap for a bit. Right. I'll find a place, a time to do that, and we'll do a chill stream at some point. Anyway, folks, I'll catch you all next time. Let me find someone to raid.